It's really, really good. Hello, good morning. I got a new toy and it's a great tool. So I'm looking forward to showing you. But the video I made was the paper paste that I made directly after I got the mixer. And I made a whole bunch of mistakes. So I think I'm gonna cut myself, my present self, into this video every once in a while to show you what I did wrong. Also, just to tell you that I'm calling this paper paste and not paper clay or paper paste clay or papier-mâché clay, because that's a thing that can be done when you really use clay, ceramic, to add to papier-mâché, but that's not what I'm doing. So let's get started. Let's go to the studio, Rita. The great thing about using toilet paper is that it's easy to break down the fibers. So you just unroll the toilet paper and throw in some water. I'm being precious about the stand mixer because it's really hot here and it's really easy for things to overheat. I felt that this was my first mistake. It seemed like a good idea. It took a long time for the mixer to break down this big roll of toilet paper. And really, I could have just tossed the whole roll of toilet paper in there with the center part and all. I was worried that the mixer was going to burn itself out on its maiden voyage. So then it's putting water in and keeping it on low so the water doesn't go spraying all over the place.
There's Gaga looking for rats. Do you smell a rat, Gaga?
So it had to beat for quite a long time because of that huge toilet paper roll in there. Watching this video back right now, I can see that I could have put a whole lot more water in there. That would have helped. So then taking it out and squeezing most of the water out of it. Diane's cooking show with sugarcane trucks in the background. Sorry about that. I'm not using Yes paste anymore because it attracts water to the sculptures during the rainy season, but I use these containers as 2-cup measuring cups. I'm going to wring out the water. The fibers are all loose now, so it'll make a nice paste. Add in the wetted toilet paper, and then 2 cups of wall compound, and then 2 cups of Elmer's glue or PVA glue. And mix that until it's really smooth. This is the perfect time to use this egg beater, cake mixer utensil here. It's been about 3 to 5 minutes, but it still has a lot of lumps in it. So I'm going to keep it going and see if I can get it smooth. I put it all the way up to 10 for about 30 seconds, and I finally did get the lumps out of it. It seems smooth now, so I'm going to add the 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of cornstarch. I'm going to put in the and go from there because now it's starting to get quite thick. What I have stopped doing is putting the oil in because I don't want anything to destroy the paper over time, and I'm afraid that the oil will probably do that. And this is adapted from Johnny Good's recipe from Ultimate Papier-mâché. I changed it a little bit. She's changed hers over time, but you can go there and look up her papier-mâché paste recipe too and how she uses it. She's got a great channel. I'm not sure right now whether this was the third or fourth or fifth mistake, but using this attachment for this part of the process was the wrong thing to do. So changing to the dough hook just before I put in the flour and the cornstarch would have been the right thing to do. For me, the way I use the paper paste, I like it to be pretty thick. I don't like it to stick to my tools or to my fingers. That means that sometimes I have to add quite a bit more flour. So that was probably another 2 cups of flour and making 4 cups in total. So 2 cups of everything else, 4 cups of flour. In my case, in your case, it might be different depending on where you're at. I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of this walnut-colored, alcohol-based wood stain, which is just about the same color as the craft paper that I'm using for my sculptures. I'm looking for a color just a little bit lighter than this one because this one ended up a little dark when it dried. When it's ready, the way that I like it, it comes together into a nice dough-like ball. Once I have it done, I pack it into these bags, reusable bags, and these boxes, and I put it in the freezer, and I take it out of the freezer depending on how much I need. You can see here where it's starting to look dry, but even though it's not dry, it's really tough. It's a great thing to hold the sculptures together. Strong, strong material. I wouldn't use it by itself to make sculptures because I'm working really big, and the craft paper that I'm using is very strong, much stronger than this, actually. But to sculpt with, on top of that, it's really, really good. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment.